A note on the price of desire, an interesting film, even if rather obscure. I was trying to look out for an opinion before watching it on the internet, and on the most used database in terms of cinema, IMDb, International Movie Database. They had only one, maybe two critics expressing an opinion. There will be three critics, even if this one is just an amateur after this. Because indeed the film was interesting. It's not Citizen Kane, The Godfather, or acquire in that lineup of best 100 films, but it's worthwhile. Given the subject, given the way the, the actors acquit themselves of the job, uh, which is very well. Even if I must say I didn't like the actress in the lead role. For some reason, it's probably my failure to see that she adds a lot to the film, and indeed the burden, the heavy burden, is on her, because even if in this film we have a character named Le Corbusier, considered one of the greatest architects in the world, still the film is about her, about Eileen Gray, a woman who uh, was a creator, a genius, wonderful artist, but whose work, nevertheless, has not been recognized, appreciated for a long time. It's true that now it seems not. It seems it's clear that the French state has admitted to a past mistake, and now she's um, uh, she has the role she she should, and the house in question is protected, and it's in the patrimony, and it's has its place in the lineup of wonderful buildings and notable monuments in France. Um, so she designed this special work, but somehow, as I said, she didn't get the credit. Le Corbusier here plays, in a way, the role of the villain. That's how I saw him. So even if he's a man who achieved so much, he's acclaimed as a towering figure in architecture. In here, he in many ways did damage to the building. For instance, I refer to this moment, which is early on in the film, wherein he talks to a friend and he wants to convince her to pay money for this house, and designed and ultimately the work of Eileen Gray. But he's only concerned about his paintings. So he added some paintings on the walls of the house, but they don't add to the value. They, in fact, affect it. The house is wonderful as it is, without these intrusions, actually. And so we have this auction where Onassis, I'm not sure if it was Onassis, the famous rich man, one of the richest of his time, but Onassis is bidding, and he's offering more, but at about 130,000. Um, Le Corbusier, when Onassis is supposed to take it, uh, goes to the auctioneer and says, "Look, ask him what he. This is some amount of incredible importance. He's thinking his frescoes, which I didn't like. And it's true that we are primed. In a way, I wish to know what the truth is, but the film is for the heroine and pretty much against Le Corbusier. So this is the setup. I don't know if this is the truth, but if facts are what we learn from the film, he is the naughty villain, naughty man villain. Look, ask him. So, Mr. Onassis, what are you? Well, I'm going to make repairs and bring in as much as possible to the original. In other words, wipe the paintings, take the paintings out from the walls, which is as it should be, in my view, as suggested by the film, by the story told in the film. In that case, the auctioneer says it's given to the lady. So she's mad, she's upset with him. Why did you make me pay so much money? I could buy a big yacht or a yacht for this money, 125,000, something like that in the end, for this old piece of crap or something like that, she says, what's left there. And then she goes upstairs and she starts throwing precious furniture out. So, in other words, affecting the house much more than Onassis would have. And in fact, the other bidder would have made a good change to the place.